Hey people, this is Ashley with Music After Dark HTX. I love it. I love it. We're going to end up picking up his conversations in here tonight. It's so damn quiet. Let me do some shout outs. All you Texas fans, it's halftime. Aww. If you were not here tonight, you missed out on a new burger. Our steak night guy did burgers tonight, and they are very good. They're very good. What else? Shout out to Big Al and Turkey Forest for letting me obviously film and record here. Shout out to Joseph and Lucid Scream Studios for being my OG sponsor with the podcast since the beginning. I love it. Yeah, this is cool. I'm excited because it's kind of different. You reached out to me, but wanted to have members from other bands because you guys have a show. So this is kind of it's almost like the round table we did at the very beginning.
Right.
So let me point it to you, just because you're closest. He's like, what the shit? Name and what band you're in, and I guess what position you play in that band?
I'm Bill Kurtner.
Okay.
I'm from the Chrome 90s, and I am the vocalist.
So you're like the lead. You're like final say.
I am the vocalist. I don't want to say the lead. I got 3 guys that will probably be really upset if I say that. So.
We're going to phone a friend. No, I got to, because some lead singers are very humble, and I've had some that are maybe not.
I'm trying.
Bless their hearts. And what about you, dear?
So I'm Donovan Fall. I am the lead singer of the T-38s.
And I have so many questions about that. Where did the name for that come from?
That name came from a jet, a airplane.
Really? It was just named after a plane?
Yes, you'd have to ask our guitarist Jimmy that. He named the band. It was before my time, so.
After our commercial break, we're going to be all phoning friends because I have so many. Now you have to come back for a part 2 so we can be like, stay tuned, stay tuned.
With the whole band.
Like, got a plane. So you don't know. So you're not an original member of that band.
No, I joined the band this year.
So you're the baby member of the band.
Correct.
What do you do in the band?
I'm the vocalist. I'm the singer. I'm the lead singer.
I got 2 lead singers. I got 2 bosses on the
You
show
have
tonight.
2 lead singers who were in bands before together when
I
he was
know,
a guitar
that's
player
crazy. That's when
and
you
switched to singer.
Wait, what?
You heard me. He was a guitar player. Me and him were in a band 8 years ago called Hand from the Sky. This was like a stoner kind of rock and roll band. He wrote all the lyrics and guitars, and he's like, and I met him through Facebook. He's like, hey, let's form a band. I'm like, okay, cool. And we had, Hand from the Sky, and, and that's how I know him from. So.
That's really cool. Are you both Houstonians?
Yeah, I am.
From Houston?
I'm originally from Lake Charles, Louisiana. I've been
Okay.
living in Houston area since 2013.
Okay. How'd you come to Houston?
Just wanted to do something different. Like I said, I grew up, it was a small town back then. A lot of stereotypes, a lot of, hey, if you're not, if you don't play football, if you don't play this, if you don't do that, if you're not.
I'm not from Houston. My grandma has lived in Kempner, Texas, which is near Lampasas. My dad has lived in Colleen, Texas since.
Right.
I totally get that whole they breed kids to be football players in small towns.
Yes, and then you got your guys. Okay, I'm into sports. I'm into hunting. I'm into gymnastics. I'm into dancing. I'm into whatever.
Are you into dancing?
I know. I was like, well,
maybe
I wasn't allowed in my small towns. No boys were doing gymnastics.
But then
or
you got
dancing.
music, and I was like,
We didn't have that in mind either.
and the first, my mom started showing me Black Sabbath, Guns N' Roses, and then 1998, I'm in 7th grade, and I'm just like, I'm watching MTV, and
When it had music still, by the way,
Yes.
for you people that don't know.
Yes,
that
and it was
used to
like-
play music.
Yes, and it was, I forgot what the show was. I forgot who the disc jockey, the V jockey who was doing it. But I saw Space Lord by Monster Magnet come on, and I was like, oh my God, this is just like a rap video. And I love it. And after that, I started, getting into them, and then I started getting into like other bands like Clutch and Fu Manchu, Orange Goblin, and then, finally Limp Bizkit and Korn come out, and I'm like, oh my God, what's this? It's rap. Because, I grew up in Louisiana, in Louisiana, the biggest band there was like, I Hate God or Crowbar or Soylent Green. This very sludgy metal, which is awesome because I started doing that, early in my music career after high school. but I was really into like new metal, like Limp Bizkit and Korn, Fear Factory, Spine Shank. But I also started on Monster Magnet, Clutch, Fu Manchu, Stoner kind of stuff like that. I never was a punk guy.
I love it. He's like, I never was a punk guy.
So, I started young. I started, singing in a show choir, teach by Tina Wing, that was her name, and she taught me, how to sing and stuff like that. And I started singing covers like, Lit, like My Own Worst Enemy and American
cool.
Hi-Fi and, Lifehouse and Papa Roach and all these different, Seven Mary Three, and then, after high school, I started, pretty much singing for my first band called Within Rage, which is more, that choke, crowbar, Pantera, sludgy sound, and we recorded an album for The Fallen, and then, things happen, time happens, and I just went from band to band to band, just kind of see, what did I like doing, kind of finding my musical.
Well, and you have to find the right fit, right? I
Yes.
mean, it's because when you're in a band, you spend so much time together and practicing. You're kind of like a family at some point, right? Isn't that, or maybe that's how it should be. Maybe that's why some bands break up.
Yeah, it's like a boyfriend girlfriend. I mean, if you're together, you're doing your writing, you're playing, and then everything like life comes to an end. So.
I love it. What about you? Your influences? Is your family supportive?
So I'm a little bit older than him.
Okay. How old are you?
I just turned 40.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost 50.
Okay.
And so I grew up in the era of grunge. And I remember where I was the night Nirvana played SNL in late 91. And I remember stopping and my parents remember where they were when the Beatles played Sullivan.
Yeah, that's one of those.
Nirvana playing SNL was my moment, and that was just like, that's what I want to do right there. I got to do something like that.
I was 6. I was like 6 years old in it. Yeah.
I was 16. But no, so yeah, I came through the 90s, and just all of grunge, Pearl Jam. I was just listening to Alice in Chains and Dan, just going back thinking, God, no one can touch what they did back then. It's just so hard. But then just everything from the 90s. There's just so much great music from that
I
early.
am permanently stuck in the 90s. Like,
I
I love
think I am
90s
too.
country better than I've liked any other era of country. I like 90s
I like 90s
music. I
Same
love
here.
everything from the 90s, I think, was great. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
Cash Money Records, baby.
Yeah.
which I mean, dude, that was one of the best rap albums to come out of the 90s, man. I mean, yeah, so influence-wise back then, it's odd that now I've come full circle, and that's exactly what I've gravitated back toward. And I started originally as a vocalist 30-something years ago, and here I am back doing it again. I put the guitar down, and I'm just like, no, I just want to sing. It'd be a lot of fun just to do that. And the last 3 months have been pure bliss. I've got a great group of guys. We're having you don't ever get, sometimes you hesitate going to practice. The last 3 months, it's been like, it's the thing you look forward to all week.
So is this the first show for the band that you're in, or have they played other places?
This is our first show.
Is this the first show for your band, or just with you
This
in
is
it?
the second or third, I think,
So
from my
those
band.
baby
Yes.
bands, I love it.
Yes.
Makes me excited. I'm
The,
I'm getting so excited.
Yes.
No offense to all my OG bands that obviously have been on the podcast, but I love all these baby bands that have been on the podcast.
Yeah, like I said,
Because it's work, right? Like, can we get being in a band is work.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it's fun.
Yes.
Yes, I get that, but it's like a job, right? I mean, you have to treat it like a business. Merch, booking, social media. Oh, who runs the social media for y'all's bands?
I'm sorry, what?
Social media. Do you run it for the band? Or
Yeah, I run ours.
Do
I
you
think
run-
Jimmy, our guitar player, runs it for the band.
It's the one thing that I have trouble with because I'm a private person. I don't like. That's one of the things I don't like is I don't like anything about practice being on. I think that's kind of, and I know it's weird to say. I think it's a very intimate time for the band. Like, it's almost more intimate than sex. Like, the art of making music together. And I know it may sound pretentious and weird, and somebody may go, "Oh, it's pretty stupid, man." But
It's a whole process. I usually
It makes
ask,
perfect sense.
Yeah, I usually
I don't-
ask that question. What comes first, the do you hear the sound and try to match words, or do you have words and then try to match
So I write a lot of lyrics first, but then I'll also write a drum beat and sing to it, and then send it to the guys and say, okay, now y'all fill in the blanks.
That's cool.
Do something. Here's the rhythm. Here's me singing on top of it. If you got to change the key, no problem. This is just me coming up with an idea, and it gives them a chance. Like my guitar player will be like, "Oh, I got an idea for this," and the bass player just 5 seconds. He's like, "Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum." He's got something. He's a madman, and it's just a lot of fun. Yeah, but yeah, we in our rehearsals we'll come up with somebody will have a riff, and we just go. The one thing we've noticed in the last couple months, there has not been one note of music that doesn't get used. It's like we're constantly utilizing whatever somebody puts out, we're using, because it's just we're firing on all pistons, and we're having a blast doing it.
I love it. How does it work for you?
So for me, how I write, I like to have the song structured, in together instrumentally before I can add lyrics or vocals to it. Like for instance, when I just came onto the T38s, Jimmy said, "Hey man, I have 4 songs. We have 4 new songs. We have one song called Something's Just Ain't Right. I wrote the lyrics for it." He's like, but the other 3 songs, you do what you want." And then, so I was listening to the other 3 songs, and I'm just listening to them. And one song, I was like, I just got done watching Ironheart on Disney Plus, and then the last scene is Sacha Baron Cohen comes in and Mephisto comes in, and I'm watching all these YouTube guys. They're talking about Mephisto, and I'm like, devil's in the detail. So I just started putting a song together called Devil's in the Detail, writing lyrics about making deals with the devil, and that's kind of what one of our songs are, Devil's in the Detail. So kind of stuff like that is how I start writing.
Where's the show at that you guys are playing?
A Bad Astronaut. That is off of Fulton Street.
Yeah, I know where it is. I could actually walk there.
I'm excited. It looks like
Have you ever been there before?
No, I haven't. It looks really nice.
It's cool. Have you ever been to Mount Astor?
Many times, yes.
Okay, he's many times. He's that's how we got this show.
No, Chris and his crew, the promotion company that's booking for them, they're great. I mean, they've been super helpful through putting this show together. I mean, his communication's spot on. How I got, started hooked up with him. I mean, I'm a big comic book nerd, and I'm always going to, Bedrock Comic Company in Houston.
Okay.
They're already putting on events, and and I just got hooked up with his email, and I was like, I saw they were doing bands there. I'm like, hey man, let's put on a show together. He's like, right on. When you want to do it, and there you go. So.
I love that. They haven't really done a lot of shows at Bad Astronaut, not concert music shows.
No,
is this the first one?
Yes, no, not the first one, but they're getting new into
Okay.
the.
Wow, yeah, I looked at their. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Because they do a lot of pop-up markets and stuff
Well,
on
I
the
looked at
weekends.
their calendar. Wow, they got some really crazy. You and I were talking about Atreyu was coming
Atreyu's
through.
coming
That blew
through,
me.
yeah.
But then they got Castle Rat coming through. Those guys are wild.
Yeah, they've all of a sudden just bumped up
JR's
their
new band,
booking
JR
music
from Bad
situation.
Brains.
Yeah.
His band
Yeah,
just
HR,
recently played.
yeah.
One of the guys from Wizards of Atlantis kind of told me he was out there with him.
Yeah.
And they'll be playing the show with us as well. So if you like punk rap, I mean, Rage Against the Machine meets Bad Brains. I mean that's.
I mean,
That's
don't
what's
the
really
all genres kind of mix together at this point?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beyonce is a country western singer.
Yeah, Kid Rock was rock, rap. Now he's country. My name is Kid.
I love it. So, did you always know you wanted to be a musician when you were younger?
Yeah, I didn't know anything else. I mean, it was either that or prostitution,
It is the
Which is
oldest form of employment,
which
by
is
the way.
pretty
That is
much
the oldest
in
form of
the
employment.
music industry. It's pretty much the same thing. Well, let me rephrase that. Sex work is more honest.
Probably make more money, too. You probably make more money. Unless you're selling a shit ton of t-shirts.
Not a whole lot of merchant porn, though. I mean, not porn, but,
Hey,
Yeah.
you're giving them some ideas now. I'm just saying. That's $1 million idea.
You heard it here first. Breaking news.
my email is
I mean, is your family supportive? Like, were your parents and stuff? Were you in,
and I love them. I think my mom's probably watching. That's who's texting me right now. God bless her. If she figured out how to watch it. To an extent, they were. My dad did see that I was passionate about it, and for when I was 16, for that Christmas, he bought me my first guitar. Yeah.
What did I tell you? Every time. I'm calling Scott out now, right now on this podcast.
He's just back there's like, listen, I want everybody to know I'm here. I'm Scott. I'm making all the fucking noise.
Swear to God. Literally. Okay,
This
please
guy.
continue.
You were talking about music and sex work.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, let's get back to that now.
No, but yeah, nowadays so I'm skipping over 20 years ago. I had a modicum of success in another band, and that's when my dad was able to see, oh, this translates into a possible career, and he could see, there was revenue coming out of it, and notoriety from being in, multiple papers and publications and whatnot. So they understood it. It took about 15 years for them to see that, but when they did, they were like, oh, we get it now.
So it took a while.
It does, but again,
Because they probably wanted to do something else, right? Did they think that music was just going to be this like,
everyone thinks
all rock stars do drugs and that whole like sex, drugs, rock and roll thing?
Well,
Is that maybe we're worried about that?
I got 2 kids, so I think their thing was, we want you to have a living, and I'll tell you, any musician watching this right now, have a job, have a day job, have a career, because
You will not make a living
100%,
paying the bills doing
100%.
music. I can
I
tell
don't
you that
think I've
right now.
interviewed anybody that does not have a day job.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. I think you and I have met a couple people that have tried that.
Yes.
Try that, but for the most part, you got to have a career. You got to have something to pay the bills, and then if something happens and you luck out and you get the golden ticket, but like you were saying, it's work. I mean, in my old band where we were successful, I was working 45 hours a week at my job, and then my singer and I were doing another 30 doing promotion, doing, getting stuff ready to for whatever you had to send out. I mean, there was that much work on top of that. We're not talking about practice. We're not talking about songwriting. We're talking about the business aspect of running a band.
Yeah.
The promotion part of it.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're out there hustling. I mean,
Okay, yeah. Well, we had a distribution deal with Hot Topic, and so you had to manage that because it was a kind of a consignment thing. So you had to stay on top of them, and you had to hustle them for your payment, and you had to stay on top of people like that.
I've done that before with my candle business.
It's a lot of work, man, and that's what I don't think people realize, especially if you're not paying somebody 15% on top or out of the cut to do all the work for you. It's a hell of a lot of work.
So be patient with me if I do not respond immediately sometimes. Holy shit. Because I have kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have the candle business, and now I do booking for Thomas down at Scout Bar. And I work here behind the bar. Jesus Christ.
I swear, my daughter's only 4, and she just got into K-pop Demon Hunter, so she knows every word. I don't think you're ready
Oh
for
my
the
God.
takedown. I'm telling you, everywhere. It's all I hear is K-pop Demon Hunter.
I got introduced to that a couple weeks ago.
I feel that
Dude,
pain. I actually feel
I'm
that
starting to
pain.
like it, and that's the thing.
I feel that pain so hard right now.
Dude, I'm a K-pop for life. Come on, man.
Oh, my 2 younger ones. So yeah, have it times 2 going on 2 tablets that aren't synced up at the same time. That's a whole. I'd rather step on a Lego at this point than listen to that. Like it's.
Real talk. Real.
How are you married?
I'm
Divorced?
happily divorced.
Happily. You're married.
I am married.
He's like happily. Yeah, she's watching.
I'm only happy sometimes.
So, did being in music contribute to divorce?
Not really, no.
Okay,
no,
you can always say
was-
pass if I ask a
when
question.
when you go through.
You don't have to answer. You can say pass. Too.
No, when you go. Oh, that's gosh. I think it's been 18 years since I've been divorced.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, it's the what do you call that? The time frame has passed.
Okay.
No, I think that was a toxic relationship before anything occurred, and so it didn't help. But at the same time, it didn't. I don't think just 2 people.
because it's hard, right? Dating or being married when you're maybe traveling
God,
or
yes.
gone, and
Yeah.
then kids are involved because someone who
Oh, yeah,
usually has to
they-
stay home or sitters. It's a whole thing.
Well, they think you're in Dallas, living it up with hookers and strippers, and you're just like, no,
All
we
those groupies, Jesus.
no, we ate Subway, and then Chris snored till 6 a.m. and we couldn't sleep. So I mean that
feel like we
that
slept
was our
in the
weekend.
van.
I
on
don't
the
think
side of
I've
the road.
ever really like been with a real group of groupies. I don't think that's ever happened.
When we opened for the Misfits in 2008, I made out with a girl on the balcony. That was as close as I got. Thank you.
Congrats.
Shout out if you're watching this girl. From
You
the
heard it
balcony.
here.
Internet, do your thing. Find the girl on the balcony that was at the Misfits concert that
Facebook,
made
get that
out with this
algorithm
man
going.
right here. Could be like Craigslist used to have those like misconnections or whatever.
Oh,
Right?
Ashley, she'll be in your DMs at 3 o'clock in the
I
morning.
know she's gonna be like, it's me, Jessica. It's gonna be all like, dude, I could not do it. I love it.
Yeah, no, I met my wife. I was singing for a band from Leesville, Louisiana. They were called Ashes of Eden. I went to college with a drummer who's now a professional drummer playing for a country guy. Moved to Nashville, Tennessee. I can't remember the name of the country artist he plays drums for full time. I think his name is, I can't remember.
I bet it's Tyler.
No, I can't remember the name, but it's all over my Facebook. But no, they tour. He plays all the time, in Nashville and other places. And my wife went to school with the drummer. His name was Joseph Kaufman, and I remember I was playing a show with Ashes of Eden at a venue that's no longer there. It was called Happy Hippie Pizza before it was Rick and Jack's. It's not even Happy Hippie. I think it's Panorama Music now. I don't know what it is now. And I saw some chick walking, like, talking to him. I'm like, hey, who's that? Come here. She wouldn't come here. She turned me out. She didn't. I didn't. Ask her out until like a month or 2, 3 months later. So.
I wonder why.
Yeah, but she'd probably like, oh my God, shut up right now. She's about to see this, but
Don't tell him that.
But no, that's how I met my wife, and then sooner after that, I played a few more shows. I think my last show in Lake Charles was at Luna Live. We played with a Texas band from Austin called Dead Earth Politics. They're a metal band. They very Lamb of God-ish, but I don't think they're around anymore. But
I love how Lamb of God is now an adjective. That's awesome. Lamb of God-ish, Mastodon-esque.
Mastodon-ish. I don't know. They were really good though. I mean, their singer was cool, and I got along with them guys very well. So I think I don't think they're around anymore though.
So do you have connections in Lake Charles and Louisiana still? So if people are watching this and they're like, dang, let's go do some music back home. Have you played back home at all?
I tried to play back home, but the scene over there is not what it used to be. They used to have Rick and Jack's or D'Agostino's or, what else? Breezy's. The Hideaway, Loki's, Center Stage, Twiggy's, which were all great places, but now I think it's just Panorama Music House is all that's there now. But I know those guys in Choke, Choke is one of the big Lake Charles, very sludgy Southern, metal. That's stuff I grew up on, and I think they're still playing sometimes in Lake Charles, but they mostly do out-of-town stuff. But if I play a show in Lake Charles, it would probably have to be, on a show with them or, LA Phantoms or my buddy Billy and Jonathan Santos play for a band called Playing the Hero it'd have to be like one of those shows, kind of. I think if I were to play Lake Charles again, I would have to been part of somebody else's bill. So.
Was it COVID, you think? Or, because you said the music scene's changed. I think that's everywhere, though. You've probably seen it change here in Houston.
Are you saying I'm a dinosaur?
No.
I am.
I'm just saying I've seen it change in the 4.5, 5 years that I've even been back in Houston. Because I'm not a Houstonian, and I've seen it drastically change.
It's like
this podcast got started because I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, why are people not coming to shows?
You drive through Westheimer and Montrose, and like Madonna's "This Used to Be My Playground" starts playing, and like a tear rolls down my cheek.
He's not wrong.
Please make a TikTok and do that, please. That is your viral TikTok. I will film that shit.
But yeah, no, it's really weird. So I was just thinking today, there's so many venues that are gone. Obviously the biggest one from my life, where I played my first show, Fitzgerald's. Fitzgerald's is gone. It's like Fitzgerald's is kind of like
I didn't even live in Houston when Fitzgerald existed.
Oh yeah, it's legend. I mean, Fitzgerald's is kind of like the
It's
place.
like a parking lot now or some shit, right?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like the place you lost your virginity for music. I mean, some people probably actually did lose their virginity at
They
Fitzgerald.
probably did.
I'm sure lots of them did. Yeah.
And Numbers nightclub on a Friday.
Yeah. No.
We dare not speak at the numbers.
My first show was at a very cool venue in Lake Charles called D'Agostino's that had really good pizza. And I remember I was there to see Choke was headlining a band called Killing Fetish and a band called Fluid, which was like a 9 Inch Nails. And I was at that show and I was like, oh man, I want to do this kind of music. I want to play here. I want to sing and rock out. And then a couple months later, I was me and some guys from school formed a band called, I think it was Insipid at the time, and we were playing D'Agostino's. We were not good, but I mean, hey, we got to do it. You
got
know
pizza.
what I mean? Yeah,
That's all that matters.
I mean, a name like D'Agostino's, it better be fucking great.
Oh, dude, that was the spot, man. That was the spot. I mean, Choke, I think, had one of their videos over there from their first album. I think they had clips of it. So, I mean, that was a spot in Lake Charles, man. That was it.
Dude, if you have footage of that, you should send it, and we can
Oh,
clip it
yeah,
in and
yeah,
stuff. That'd be
yeah.
fun. And if you have old school footage or a Misfit girl shows up, then we can clip that.
You're hooked on the Misfit. You know, that's funny. We actually weren't allowed to take pictures of that. It was 2007 up there. Yeah, and that was a wild night because how we got that show, it was an essay contest because it was down to us and the Hates. We had the same following at Fitz, and they said, y'all got to write an essay. Well,
Are you serious?
Nope. And I love Christian. If you're watching, I love you. God bless you, sir.
You
Jeff-
have English homework to play.
Yeah, Jeff Rauner, who was the singer in Black Math, and myself. Jeff's a writer. I'm a bullshit artist. I mean, we put together one hell of an essay.
Dude, I want to start doing that now for bands that are interested in booking in Scout Park.
Oh no! Now the city of Houston's
Give
gonna be
me a
pissed at me.
500-word essay on why you should play in Scout Park. I can only imagine some of the things people would write. That sounds fun though.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
I mean,
though.
it might go good on the
sounds
webpage.
fun. It
Yeah.
sounds fun.
Facebook.
Yeah, some people might write in crayon. It might be interesting.
Since I started doing music in Houston, my favorite place to play in Houston that's no longer there was
Acadia. That was one of our favorite places.
Yes,
to
shout
play.
out to Tommy. I hope you're doing well, buddy.
Yeah, God bless you, Tommy.
That was my man.
That was a fun place. It was.
Acadia was fun. I got to go to Acadia and experience some things in Acadia. Garbage Girlfriend got to play the last show in Acadia.
Oh man, what a.
They got to slide in. I think they're fairly good friends with like 307 or Loose Illusions or something, and they got to play.
Well, I mean, God bless them because that's.
You're like 15 years old. I'm like, that's a hell of a show that you guys got to play. Oh my
That's-
goodness.
You know, it was sad to see it go. We love the stage. I mean, we played once or twice there, and then I think the next band that I did with my bass player, who's in this band, we played there once. We loved that stage. It was just that was the one we liked the most. And
Well, in Concert Pub North, is that the one they closed to? One of the concert pubs.
Did
Yeah,
that
I think it's north that closed because then there's still
Concert
one
Pub
on Fountain View at Richmond.
Okay. Because that closed too, didn't they? I think they closed kind of, and they used to do shows and stuff there too, which was weird.
That's one I haven't played at.
When did they close? Because I saw a Manson tribute there a couple of years ago. But
It
that's,
was
like I
almost
said,
around the same time I thought as Acadia had kind of closed.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, it was weird. It kind of happened like all of a sudden, like back to back two
But yes,
places.
I from what I've been gathering from talking to different people, that it was something pretty recently, within the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It's just a shame.
What do you think? Okay, so I usually ask this question: is it a distance issue, right?
Yes.
Like we don't have a Riverwalk, we don't have a 6th
Yes.
Street, so or the Stockyards.
Yeah. So
We went literally Houston's an hour away from Houston, so BFE, Scout Bar, Winters, White Swan.
That's all out of the
White Oak,
loop. Well, not
They're
White.
all fucking far from each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
well, but look at what we consider.
19th hole, sorry, shout out to 19th hole.
19th
Like-
hole. Yeah.
He lives in Alvin.
Okay.
We live in Lamarck, in that area.
I grew up in Alvin, so there's that.
Oh.
We got to talk 'cause we may know each other from back
Y'all
in the day.
probably do. Jesus Christ. We're all about to be best friends.
So, but that's considered Houston. We consider that part of Houston.
Greater Houston.
So it took me about 40 minutes with traffic to get here. 45 minutes. The problem is we're just now seeing venues pop up inside the loop in the
Yeah.
last say 5-6 years.
See,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in music. I formed a new metal band called Chasing Yesterday. They're still around. And then I had a kid, and I had to step away from music, and I remember I was like, man, for metal in Houston, there's Acadia, Scout Bar, BFE, 19th Hole. I played all those places.
White Swan, I guess. And you can
That's the one I haven't been. I think the T-38s played there.
Yeah.
But then I start getting into music again with the T-38s, and Bill's like, man, they got like so many more venues that popped up that's in the inner loop, like Trip Six and Black Magic.
Trip Six,
Black Magic.
The Inn, Black Magic.
Super Happy Funland.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Fucking
Super Happy
Have you been
Fun.
But I mean,
Funland.
that place has
Super
been
Happy?
around forever.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to play there all the time. That's the second version of it. There was
Okay.
another one over here.
Nobody warned
Yeah, I
me
think it was
of
on
the
this side
amount
of
of
town.
fucking dolls that are in that
Polk-
place.
No.
Well, because Polka's in the
Polk's
area
where
where it's at now.
But it was over here somewhere.
That's what I've heard before.
Yeah. It was in kind of like a house. It was awesome. Our
Kind of a house.
My second show, Black Math
Not
Experiment,
surprising.
was there, and we have
Black
Vince.
Magic is cool. Woodward
Back in my-
Mine is next door temporarily.
Speaking of house, back in my hometown, like whenever I would watch all those local metal bands and like Charles like Choke, Killing Fetish, Arrow 3, there was a club it's called Westlake, Louisiana, called the Kilowatt Club, and it was like a house, somebody's house. Yeah. These bands would go in there, and all the kids like me, and
That's because Westlake is about 2 times the size of this place.
yeah. I mean that's what we did, man. I mean that's what it was, and God, I'm trying to. It'd be nice for that area to hop back up, man, Lake Charles, because it was good scene back in the day, but now it's just,
I probably shouldn't say this, so I'm going to pre-apologize to Thomas. Don't take this the wrong way. Because I love booking for Thomas. I really do love the whole DIY things, though, that do pop up and happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's very cool. I got to interview Shred the Deck. They do shows out of their van.
Yeah.
They
Oh, yeah.
just drive around and,
Roll
like,
up, jump out, fucking
jump
play.
out and, like, when I interviewed Apex Fallen, they had been in Austin. And there's like kids posting up under like freeways and stuff with like gas generators and just rocking out until I guess the cops break it up or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Are you guys aware of Silly Goose?
no, I have no idea. What
Okay,
that is.
Silly Goose is like the politically correct version of Limp Bizkit. They're 23 and they play the same kind of music, but they're just wild and fun. And these guys will go out. You can go on their Instagram and watch it. They play guerrilla shows at like Buc-ee's. They play. They went to.
Boosies.
They went to.
Boosies.
They go to Boosies.
What was it? Lollapalooza in Chicago. As Lollapalooza was getting out, they're playing in the park across the street,
Fuck
and they
yes.
have a whole van
That's
slash
fucking
bus
awesome.
rigged out to
Awesome.
play live. If I was 23, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
All
All right,
day.
you little baby bands need to be hanging out outside the woodlands.
Something, dude. Yeah, just
Yes.
like rocking out.
Park in the orange lot. Everybody walks through there. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
It'd be fine.
If I had a back that worked and I could still run, I'd do it. I'd still do it. But
Oh,
it's
wow.
like I know my limitations.
So we just need to get some really cool, like, sturdy cart company to, like, donate and sponsor the podcast.
Need some radio flyers
For 79
Tractor
cents a day, you
Supply.
can adopt a band and donate gear to help them
dude, I remember like
lug stuff around.
25 cents a day, you can help us starting the band.
Cue the Sarah Walker.
Speaking of the van playing shows out of the van. Whenever I was in Within Rage, the Southern metal band. I remember there was a guy I knew back in, he lived off like Highway 14 in Lake Charles, right there in the ghetto, and I remember like me and some other guys, like we just formed a big show, like right there in the neighborhood until Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's just got to shut it down, and that was the thing, man. Like we had a
It
big.
seems cool, but why? Okay, so I usually bring up the technology and social media, right? Has it helped or has it hurt us?
I don't know.
Are you both your bands on Facebook and
Yes.
Instagram, or are we just doing one or the other?
I'm doing both for
In the
us.
TikTok?
No, I'm 50 years old, or about to be 50. I don't do TikTok.
But the band,
No,
a lot of
no,
bands are on the TikTok.
No, because and this is what I pose this question to everybody.
it could be fun, you like cracking
If-
your back lifting something.
All right, smart
And you
ass.
get 2,000 fucking views like
All right,
that.
if Led Zeppelin were around brand new today, would they be on TikTok?
Probably.
Would Peter Green allow? I don't think so.
I don't think so
I
because
don't
it's a
think
whole
so.
vibe. It's a whole.
Is Tool on TikTok?
I don't think so.
There,
I
thank
think
you.
Maynard's too good for that.
I rest my
And
case.
if they are on TikTok, it's not them that's doing it. It's a
No,
manager.
I
They
don't
have a
think-
social media manager that's taking clips
I
of
just-
shows and doing that whole
I think
thing
you got to draw the line somewhere. There's got to be a line where this is where the band
Do you
is.
think it's like selling out?
No, I think because I'm all about making money. I got a kid in college.
That's why I
He's
switched.
gonna go to college.
Yeah, that's why I quit
Like,
metal.
it's fine for you guys, just me. I'm not gonna do it. You guys TikTok your ass off.
But no, there's got to be a way to say, this is our band. This is what we want to present to you, and then this is us behind the scenes.
Separate.
We don't need you to know, did we have asparagus for dinner? I mean,
Did you? Boxers or briefs? You're single. You're single.
Would you
I
like
can
to find
ask that question. Blondes or brunettes?
Let's go ahead and
standing
delete
up,
that
like,
part
wow, I'm
out.
gonna have to like blur it. We're gonna have to babysit
Hey,
with the blurring. He's
hey.
like standing up.
Poor
Ashley,
Aubrey's going to be
Purple.
scarred.
Hey, look, that's my favorite color, obviously. It took this guy 4 days before he even noticed I tied it purple. I worked like 4 shifts with him, and he was like, "Oh, when did you do this?" I was like, "Bitch, like a week ago."
I was married once. You learn to pick up these things.
I love it. So let's get
Sometimes.
this. This will be a fun question. Let's get this one out of the way. What is your? This is her question.
Okay,
What is your
Let her
favorite?
ask it.
Yeah, why don't you ask it?
please.
Come on.
You just
Don't be
spoke in front
shy.
of
It can't be that
the
bad.
school board. Shut up.
Come on.
You just spoke in front of the school board.
Right?
Your issues caused my podcast to start late. Thank you very much.
Okay, what's y'all's favorite cake flavor?
Cake flavor?
Cake flavor.
Dirt cake is mine.
I have no
Like
I
heard
know
that.
what that is.
Cookies and cream, kind
You
of.
are from Louisiana. What's your
Oh
heart?
shit!
I gotta go chocolate. I'm gotta go chocolate.
That's actually probably the least said flavor on this podcast. Chocolate.
Well,
Yeah.
you gotta have moist cake.
I'm more of a pie guy instead of a cake guy.
That was for my sister, by the way.
She just gagged.
Yep. Hi, Wendy.
You saying
Basic
that brings up
chocolate
something.
or like what kind of chocolate?
I mean, like, do we have to reinvent the chocolate wheel? I mean, can it just not be a chocolate cake? A moist chocolate cake?
What kind of chocolate cake?
Like chocolate. Like chocolate with chocolate icing. Or we can be really crazy and go chocolate with white icing.
Okay.
What are you trying to find out? Like German?
German chocolate cake.
Just if there's more to the
Oh, yeah,
chocolate
yeah.
than just chocolate.
The chocolate bar that doesn't exist.
I think I feel like she's judging me and she's disappointed.
So you saying about being a pie guy, this brought up
No
a
thanks.
question.
I got two. I got one. I get judged everything I say. No.
We asked this question before, and a band goes, the whole array of pie cakes, and this one guy goes, Boston cream?
Pumpkin.
Hold on, but is Boston cream a pie or a cake? We're not even talking about fucking donuts here.
I thought it was a
Or is it a
pie.
donut? Or is it a donut?
Pie. These two, literally, he said
It's a
Boston
pastry.
cream, and somebody
It's a pastry.
literally almost jumps
It's a
off the
pastry.
couch.
That's a croissant.
No. Hold
It's a
on. It's a pastry
pastry.
because it's
Mom.
filled.
Really?
It's a filled pastry.
It's a pie. It's a cake. It's a pie. It's a cake.
I just thought it was like a layered kind of situation of different kind of.
He said
We're
it's a
just
pastry.
now we're
Puddings or
doing
whatever?
math, and that's
No,
just.
and then
Yeah.
I interviewed a young
I'm all for
band.
it.
They're all in high school, and they're like, "It's a donut."
That's like me calling a Pop Tart a pastry.
And all these fuckers are going, "Hey Siri, what's and like, what the fuck?"
There you go. Technology ruining.
Final reveal of what it is, though.
What is it?
It's fucking a cake.
A Boston cream pie is a cake.
It's a
Wow.
fucking cake.
It's just a cake cooked.
When
with
it was
pie
created, there was like
Hate to
this
tell you
was
what
a
it is in
depression or some
Boston.
shit, so they fucking cooked
It's
it in
fucking
pie
crap
pans.
in Boston.
About $300. So I hear.
That's
No,
like getting
I'm
a Philly
going to this-
cheesesteak in Philly.
Banding together event at 1810 OG1.
It's a good thing you're off camera.
Insert. noise. And I will be dropping off a Boston cream pie. I'm dropping it off. I'm just dropping it off, saying hello and leaving. If you are free that day, though, you should definitely, you can get into 1810 OG1. Don't quote me on whatever bands are playing. There's a bunch, but you can get in free, and it's a whole, everyone's bringing pie, and it's, pie brings people together, not salad, is the quote on the flyer, I think, which
Good
makes
call.
sense.
Good call.
Cakes and
Which
pies.
kinda does make
Cakes and
sense.
pies.
Eggplant is hosting it. It's an event that Eggplant is doing at 1810 OG1.
That fucking says
So
everything.
that makes more sense.
I love
right?
eggplant.
If
He's
you know
fucking awesome.
eggplant,
Yeah.
And he's like, pie brings people together, not salad. And I'm just like, they bring a Boston cream cake pie, whatever the fuck. Oh my god. So merch. Let's talk about merch. Bands. Does your band have merch? Because y'all are new, so have y'all like printed merch and stuff yet?
I think they've the closest thing to merch they had was some stickers. I don't think they've.
Oh, he's calling
they've
you
made
out. He's
any.
like, no.
I'm talking.
No, don't y'all have a CD coming back out?
So they do. The T-38s recorded an album called Reality War. That's available on Spotify. Their physical CD is coming out in October for Otis Media Records. That's with the previous singer, the guy that I stepped in to replace. Hopefully, we will record some more tracks with our newer songs. Devil's in the Detail, Something Just Ain't Right, Cosmic Rift, and Better Not Dare with me on it. So we can release some stuff with me and let y'all hear it. So.
Are you guys DIYing recording y'all's own music, or are you having to outsource that? I always ask that because some bands can and some don't want to. Do
The
you know what I mean?
T-38s recorded that album, I think, with Sugar Hill Studios.
Okay, cool.
I've never used them, but I've heard great things about them.
So I do have the ability, and I have produced and worked with a couple people in the past, all but one. God bless you guys. Charlie.
Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you guys. Charlie, Jerry, how y'all doing?
Reunion show.
But this time, I record our rehearsals, and they're great because we're able to play back and mix it and hear it, and it's wonderful. But when we go to do something, I want to do it in somebody else's studio. I want to go in and just be the vocalist.
So when you're recording someplace else, obviously you guys are in like a little studio doing things, and someone is controlling the sound.
Yeah.
Does the sound person usually give your guys like opinions on things to adjust, or is their job just to record?
The sound.
Or does it go both ways? Could you go into a place and have someone actually being like, "Hey, you turn your mic up"? How does this work? I don't know because I don't.
I mean, it
music,
depends. I
but-
mean, if you're working with a full-on producer, I mean,
Okay.
they're gonna tell you what fits and what doesn't fit. If it sounds like crap, they're gonna tell you it sounds like crap.
But it's not the same thing. So if you're like renting a studio, that doesn't necessarily come with a producer. It just maybe comes with like
no,
a
it comes with the
sound
sound
person.
engineer, and the sound
okay.
engineer will say, hey, this needs to be tweaked or something.
Okay.
They normally work with you. Yeah.
In the case of what we want to do, you kind of work everything out before you go in,
Okay.
and you're just going in and nailing it in a couple takes.
It's not like the old days if you watch like The Dirt or some documentaries
Or
where
like-
they're just like getting
like
fucked
SNL.
up for days at a time in some
Like, I need more
studio
cowbell.
making music. They're like, we're not coming out till it's done. It's not like that, right?
No. It's, I mean,
You're like, we got 2 hours today. We
it's
need to get this,
like
this,
with-
this.
when All But One came over, they came to my place and loaded in. I think we did 3 tracks. We knocked out drums in an hour and a half. We got basic tracking done in a day. The guitarist came back a couple times to do overdubs, and then Charlie came back once or twice to do his vocals.
See, I mean, I would love to like, not even film it, but be like get to witness part
tell you
of
what.
this process because all I've seen is like in the stuff in the movies.
When we go
you
in,
know what
I'll
I mean?
call you.
So
If you want to come in, I'll call you.
I will totally
I'll-
like
yeah.
leave my phone in the car. Shit,
The
and
best
just-
comparison to me.
I'm just very curious how this works. Just like I didn't know that some hip hop artists will like record. It's them, right? That
Yeah.
they do at home, but then when they're at shows, that's. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what's actually kind of I did
watching-
not know that until recently.
Watching
I
a
did not know
band record in the studio, in my opinion, I think is equivalent to watching your wife or girlfriend or boyfriend get a tattoo. That's kind of my, it's
Is that a
creative.
private moment? Is that how we feel about tattoos?
Yeah,
No.
that's just what I compare it on, because if I'm an outsider, because you see an artist or a tattoo artist or a guy writing something or drawing something or painting, very, very like focused on his work, and it's just kind of the same situation. It's art.
He's like, no.
Sorry. I love it.
I love it.
No,
No, I love
me-
it. I don't know because I honestly I don't know.
No, for me, because I was gonna ask him like when we were sitting down. I'm like, so what software are you using over there? You know, that's just the
I should ask him that. What
The
software
gear-
are you using over there? I don't even know what he uses.
the gear geek in me. You know, I mean, that's just I like that.
For the record, I use Adobe Audition, and I paid
Nice.
too fucking much for it. So Adobe, you can.
Be quiet,
Obviously.
you don't, because the Adobe package also helps with all the flyers and everything else
There's
for
that.
the bar and everything else that we're doing.
But you know,
so.
I love that kind of stuff.
I know nothing about software. so-
I love it. I mean, I watch YouTube videos about how to improve my technique in recording. I think it's great. I look forward to it. I want to be there every minute. I don't
When
want
this
to miss.
podcast got started, it was with my phone, and I used to record over at Joseph's Francisco's place over in Jersey
Okay.
Village.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that's where I was. That's why he's like my OG sponsor, because he was
Nice.
like, you can come here. It's kind of quiet. Well, sometimes it's not when you got Dire Infernum fucking playing next door and like Crying X on the other. And I'm like, shout out to the bands that are playing. Because at the beginning it was just me on my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now obviously we've grown.
Oh, I watch.
Yeah, and I'm like, came back to this place because I did Rooftop Boxer here at the beginning, just with my phone in this place. Oh my
Yeah.
god, bless them! I need to get
Yeah,
them back on
rooftop.
this podcast.
They're playing at the show.
Yeah, I love them. They're great.
Yeah.
And then was it Joseph's, and literally shout out to Midlife Antichrist that formed and picked Monday to record, and that was like my podcast day. So I've been part of like, I guess, this family, not officially like working here, but like for 4 years. Because I live in the neighborhood, so this is like my neighborhood place. And I came over and I was like, can I come back and film on Mondays? And now this is really the only place that we film unless I go to someone's house.
Yeah.
Like,
Something special happens.
yeah, Cathodic, and some other people have had me actually travel to them to show off their stuff. So
Yeah, Jimmy, Rick, and Chris, the guys in T38s, wanted to come, but they had a lot going on.
it's okay. That just
Yeah.
means we can readjust, and then I can like stalk you guys somewhere else, and we'll have to do part 2 now. With everything.
Yeah, wedon't we'll definitely do a part 2,
Yeah.
For sure.
You too. Same for you. Sir.
Oh.
I'll
We
bring
will-
chocolate cake. I swear.
Oh, you don't need to bring cake, sweetie.
I'm a good baker. Shout out to Amanda and Leslie. Ask them. They're cupcakes that I made for their birthday. I love them. So here's a fun question. Do you guys want to? We can take a break. Do you guys want to play a track or tracks from each of your bands
Sure.
while the podcast is going?
We can.
Sure.
Okay. So can we maybe pause for a second and y'all can, if you have it on your phone or whatever we need to do.
Do we like play it out loud or?
Go ahead.
Counting out the truth in a
That was the T-38.
Houston calling Jupiter.
Next up.
But like when you get a guy that does, this kind of music, going to a punk band. So it's like,
Did you find yours?
You want me to?
Sure.
Standing by the back door, wasting my time, waiting for the good word, but we got never mind. We're survivors, washed up castaways, holy idols like a pack of strays. We're survivors, washed up castaways, holy idols like a pack of strays. Here's to the heartbreaks and all the faded dreams. Look inside yourself now and find a piece of me. We're survivors, washed up castaways, holy idols like a pack of strays. We're survivors, washed up castaways, holy idols like a pack of strays. When the world goes quiet, I'll dance all night with you. When the world goes quiet, I'll dance all night with you. When the world goes quiet, I'll dance all night with you. When the world goes quiet, I'll dance all night with you. We're survivors, washed up castaways, holy idols like a pack of strays. We're survivors, washed up castaways, holy idols like a pack of strays.
That is the most awkward thing I've ever done in my entire life. And I've done a lot.
I doubt it.
Oh, I see where you get the judgment from.
very, very whole.
Hole?
What?
Really?
90s.
Very, very 90s. He loves the 90s.
Say what?
Two different styles.
Yeah. I'd say one's better. No, I'm kidding.
Which I love it that you brought that up. It is too different, and you guys. It is too different.
I mean,
but-
you're loud and shit.
I know,
but
I am loud. It's too different, but you guys are on the same build together, which is cool, right? That
But that's the thing.
not all four bands are going to sound the exact same.
That's the thing. What I like about this is a diversified lineup. You don't see a lot of that going on these days.
No.
that's what she's been working on the
yeah.
past couple of
Down at
months.
Scout Bar, nobody is like, what
You
the
have to take
fuck are
risks.
you doing? And
You
it
have to
does
take a
not
risk.
make any sense what I'm doing. But to me, I've spent 3 years vending in bars, and I literally have seen bands and I don't remember because all four bands sound the exact same. And
Well-
it's hard sometimes.
If you have 4 metal bands, it's like you just saw 4 metal bands.
Yep.
Great. But give me a metal band.
Where did one begin and the other one end?
Exactly. It's just, but if you give me a metal band and a blues band and maybe a hip hop artist and maybe a funk band, you've got to, first of all,
That would
You
be a
really have
badass
been watching
show.
my
Yeah, well,
podcast,
first-
haven't you?
that-
You really
that's
have
good.
been watching my podcast.
Somebody
I
did
don't
some
want to be that
homework.
guy, but I'm going to be that guy. 30 years ago, that's what Fitzgerald's was like. That's what the Abyss was like. You would go there and it would be a punk band and it would be an acoustic, Alice in Chains type band. They weren't beholden to what happened in the 2000s where corporate America, boy, I'm about to get on this soapbox, where corporate America got
say
involved
loud.
and started saying, okay, let's put everything in this box. Well, because one company owns all the promotion and ticket sales. Let's not talk about, a company that sounds like Live Nation, that owns 80%.
They're with my
Bleep that out.
sponsorship
Bleep
now.
that out.
Yeah, I mean, back when I was doing metal, all the metal guys wanted to play with metal bands. Nobody wanted to play with like a punk band or an alternative rock band. They didn't want to mix it up. It was just, this has to be metal. This has to be metal. We don't do anything else. Now,
And I've been around the Houston music scene probably a little bit longer than you, and I've seen the same thing where used to you saw a wide array of bands playing at the same fucking spot.
Yep.
yeah.
And then it slowly morphed into 4 bands that sounded like they're related.
And believe it or not, I love metal, but the thing is, I wanna broaden my horizon. I want to see those guys you see playing Call of Duty in their couch. I want to see those nerdy guys, those mellow dudes. The hippies. I want to see a mixture of all of them. So not just one
Careful
genre.
what you wish for. No, I'm kidding. No,
Maybe
but
that will revive the Houston music scene.
Because let's be honest, people aren't going out like
Well, that's
They used to.
It goes back to technology, my young friend. It goes back to the fact that it's an option. That technology gives us more options. You see what you like that?
that was cute. That was cute. It's better than ma'am. I'd rather be called young friend.
I would love if I
Somebody
got
at the
to play.
benefit last night called me ma'am, and I was like, you better fucking not.
I would love if I shared the stage with a Zydeco band.
Oh, that would be dope.
If I would open for Keith Frank, Zydeco.
I'd love to play with the Blasters.
I mean, I would.
That'd be rad.
So.
Do you guys have bucket lists of venues that you guys would like to play with the bands that you're currently in?
Down here?
Because
Anywhere.
you've traveled anywhere. You could be like Madison
Whiskey
Square
Go-Go.
Garden. That's usually what I expect people.
And that's what we hear from a lot of bands. They're like, oh, yeah, we played the Whiskey last week. And it's like, wait, stop. You
Red
played
Rocks.
where?
Red Rock. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wanna play
a
Red
lot of people
Rocks
say
before
that
I die.
too.
What about Rocklahoma? I want to go during
No,
Rocklahoma.
no.
Oh, that
no.
would be dope.
Gather with the Juggalos.
Like I want to see.
I want to play the
like,
Juggalos. I think they're the actual last true music fans in the world.
I love that.
I think they're passionate about what they do, and even though they're on the fringe, they love music and they care about it. And they're the last. You can actually almost compare them to the baby boomers at Woodstock.
Yeah, I've
They're-
never been a real big fan of them, but I completely agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not either. I mean, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not gonna go.
But I mean, I run a haunted house, and these motherfuckers come up wearing
Yeah.
Juggalo makeup. It's like, fuck you, you're not a clown. Go home.
yeah. Good luck with that.
Are you an ICP fan too? You like ICP?
I like their music.
I love them.
I'm just not a fan of that whole
Yeah.
Yeah.
wish I was a clown look that they have.
No, he's a vampire. There's a difference.
Dude, you're in the haunted stuff, right? Dude, I love Terrifier. You ever seen this? Oh my God! Me and
That
my
is
wife
the
were
biggest
watching
fucking
that.
train wreck.
Oh
and
my God! They
we're
got
gonna watch
craps all in
Terrifier
the
3
bathroom.
Wednesday.
I saw it. It's good. I like two. Two's my favorite though.
Oh man.
Yeah, but you can't get We're getting off topic here because we're not. This is somebody else's platform. He
I
likes
got you.
talking about.
Okay, I have one bucket list that I haven't done in my career that I actually want to check off. I have never put out a vinyl record, and that's what I want to do.
Don't we know a guy that knows some people?
I eventually want to get there. Hopefully, in the next year or two, I want to do that. Not in a rush, but I want to put a vinyl out.
So you need to link up with the guys from Shred the Deck
Okay.
because they are actually printing their own.
Good
fucking
guys,
vinyl.
too.
Oh, are they the ones that have? I think I saw.
They have a printing
Yeah, I
press,
saw
the whole
Mhm.
vine.
Yeah.
They do
Oh,
flyers.
they got
and
the
they
works.
They're the
can
guys
do
that drive
t-
around in a van. Will stop.
They can do
put on a
T-shirts.
fucking show
they can
and
do
leave.
well, and they
I love
run
it.
a whole printing thing, and they can do like banners, T-shirts. They cut good deals. I am sorry, I have still not been by there because they're gonna be the people that print my next round of merch for the podcast.
Nice.
Because I'm all about like keeping it.
And they told
local.
us about a place
And
to
it's,
get that
yeah,
makes vinyl.
then they actually bring it up because they have this very cool. It's a very cool thing that they're really trying to bring back vinyl and
Nice.
Yeah.
it's a whole like mystery box with like their thing.
Yeah.
And it's a very cool thing that you can do. I totally support vinyl records coming back.
I do too.
CD players, I love. I have some bands that have been on the podcast that will give me CDs, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? So, can maybe some bands start like, I don't know, getting a
haven't we
deal off
talked to
fucking
people-
Temu and like have Walkmans or some shit?
Haven't we
like,
talked to people who are like they're talking about how cassettes are coming back?
I don't have anywhere to
Well,
play that. I don't have anywhere to play it.
CDs are coming back. That is the new thing right now. Is
Where do
hi-fi.
I don't have a CD player. Can
So
we
I
find
had to go
them?
buy a CD burner
Can you
the
get
other
them
day.
at like
You know?
Walmart? Or
I mean, I got
something?
one in my car, so there's that.
Okay, well, I drive a piece of shit Honda. It's not even mine. There's no CD player in that bitch.
And mine's
there
5
CD
years
player?
old and has a CD player.
Yeah.
Then I will probably stick a CD in and I'll never see it again. Like, I am not putting a CD player in that car.
In the Honda, yeah, I wouldn't.
I didn't even know there was a CD player in that bitch. No. No, I love it. Vinyl would be cool.
That's my last thing.
I mean, you go next door to the pawn shop and get an old Walkman and plug it into the aux cable.
I bet you they don't. We went, I had a band searching for gear in that pawn shop because bless their heart, you can adopt a band for 29 cents a day or whatever. They had a tripod, borrowed one of his mics, duct taped it
Oh wow.
They borrowed
because they
my
opted to play live in here. Their guitar literally fell apart. It probably had 100 pounds of duct tape on it, and while they were checking sound, and thank God one of their friends was here and lived down the street and was like, "Oh, you can borrow mine."
Wow.
But they were good. Like they
They were really
were
good.
really good with all this busted ass shit.
These kids had so much heart, and it showed.
And they're all young. They're like 16, 7. And I'm like, please, somebody adopt these kids and help guide
Oh,
them in
dude.
the ways before some like,
It's like, hurry up, we gotta get this done before curfew.
shut up. I had to rearrange the set times at a scout show last month because the drummer in a band had a test early the next morning.
Nice.
And so we had to bump them up to first instead of second. And I'm like, dude, I will walk you into your office in the morning and be like, he's famous now. Like, can he not make
Cut
it?
this kid
Like,
some slack. He was at Scout Bar last night. He was my headliner. He fucking killed, and now
It
he's
was
here.
great. Like, can he get a pass? Because there's a lot of that. She does a lot of my flyers and stuff. She's in high school. A lot of these young kid bands, she's like found on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because you can only find them on Instagram because they don't like Facebook.
Yeah. They think it's for old people.
What the f-
Okay, but it's not. It's marketing. It's free marketing.
Oh, yeah.
It's free marketing.
Yeah.
It's free marketing. I think you should be on both.
I think you need to be on both.
I mean, I think it almost should be a requirement. And you laugh. I've literally been like, okay, I need one of you young kids to just bite the bullet and get a fucking Facebook, have your parents start it or something. You know what I mean? Just so I can tag you and stuff.
And not me with my nice phone. I have to hand it to my 8-year-old. Like, make it do whatever the fuck it is I want it to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got all this shit going on.
Yeah, it should be. It's very interesting. So let's do, where individually can everyone find your band's music at? Well, y'all are new. Are you guys on Spotify or anything? You guys have just done a couple shows, or we?
No, we have we've got that song is on SoundCloud and on YouTube.
Okay.
We got a video on YouTube, And then
I will tag you guys in that. So
aside from that, no, we don't have anything on Spotify, anything yet. We'll get there. We're not boycotting it like everyone else is. So
I love it.
We have 2 albums.
He's like, haha, we got
Reality
on
War,
this side of the couch.
Reality War, and Dark Side. Reality War and Dark Side are both on Bandcamp. There is a music video for one of the songs off the Dark Side called "Cover Up," which is off of. You can find it on YouTube.
And I found you guys on Spotify today.
That seems
Spotify,
like a
yeah.
whole other degree of work doing a music video. Jesus Christ.
Oh, gee, you have no idea.
I don't want to. I probably don't want to know.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I watched one get filmed last night.
We're trying to. I think the plan is to release physical copies of Reality War and Dark Side first before we start recording anything else. I
That's
think that's
cool.
going to be
Dude, I'm
the
excited.
mission. Yeah.
I'm excited. When they do like sign set lists. When is this show? When are you guys gonna be performing?
October 24th.
I love it.
That's a Friday.
What is the location for said show?
Bad Astronaut.
I know. I love it. I'm just gonna make you keep repeating it. 'Cause I really hope people come.
I do too.
And I haven't been to a music show there, so I will actually, when I can have access to my phone, I will put that on my calendar and request it off work. Today, hey Al, I will not be working because I will be at this show.
We go on at 7. It's an early one.
It's okay.
It's gonna
I'm
be work.
old, so.
But you're not that old.
Okay, I'm
Yeah, you're not
old
old,
because
dude.
I have kids that have aged me. So, like, add 20 years to me. That's how old I feel. That brings up a good question. The headlining spot, that last spot, right, that people used to fight for.
I don't want it.
Nobody does. That's my point. You know how hard it is for me to book 3 or 4 bands, and I'm like, who wants to go last? And
Well-
nobody wants to fucking go last.
Well, I was at practice this past Saturday. My guy said, "You know what? I don't care if we play last." And I was like, "Are you sure?" They're like, because I really do not have to. I have not. I put on the show. I set the times. I just go tell Chris, "Hey, this is the times." But I don't know. I haven't decided what the order is going to be. I just know you play first.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
But
You would rather be probably first or second, or second or third.
I'll take whatever I get.
Okay.
We're gonna show up and do.
I'm gonna book you last on a Thursday at Scalpar. You're gonna hate me so much.
And I'll play it. I'll do whatever I gotta do. No, I mean, the idea is like I come from the Black Flag concept of playing like the Chuck Dukowski rule of it, whether you have 5 people or 5,000, you play the same damn show.
Yeah.
And so to me, it doesn't matter. I mean, we got some, but in my old band, we got stuck with some terrible time slots. Like we went on at 1:30 in San Antonio.
In the morning?
The promoter, we could save this for the next one.
Yeah,
the
oh my
promoter was
God.
a heroin addict and got fired, and they didn't know we were coming. So they had 4 other bands, so they put us on at the very end. We played 20 minutes. We had to wait 7 hours to play. Yeah, that's a fun night. But so you.
PSA: don't do drugs.
well,
in the
the good thing about this show, Kurt.
Or just don't do
the good
drugs.
thing
Wait,
about
that's the
this
other
show
part.
at Bad
Just don't do
Astronaut,
drugs.
even if we decide we want to play last, this is cutoff times at 11. You're done at 11 because it's in city limits. 11, you're done. You're packing up. Everyone's done.
Well, and see, Scalpar usually on Thursday nights. No one's usually in there past. Nobody is in there past midnight.
I mean,
Oh, no,
we usually wrap at the haunted house around 11:30 midnight.
And I have bands that would love to. You know what I mean? Love to. And I'm like, nobody's.
Oh yeah, I played
Nobody's
Scout
gonna be
Bar
there.
3 times. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, nobody's there during the week past midnight.
No.
I mean, unless you're Big Sabbath or those nasty girls.
Yeah,
That's
or
like
the
a-
well, I mean, Lords of
Nasty
Acid
Girls?
were there late
Oh.
too, weren't they?
Wait, what did you say?
I said
What are
nasty
nasty
girls. Is that what
No,
you
they're
said?
these
Girls.
little
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Nasties. They're like a burlesque rock show.
They
Oh.
just kind of
they
dance to
travel-
whoever's playing.
They travel from Vegas, and every time it can be a Tuesday,
My wife would like
and
that.
they are sold out.
She likes that
I
stuff.
wonder why.
Hey, make that money.
Hey,
Stack that paper.
I know this is off topic, but I saw advertisement for like this cool little like circus thing in Brazoria County. Like it was like a gothic circus. Have you seen it?
Paranormal.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
cool. Have you seen that?
Yes, I went and saw them.
That's his competitor. No.
It's not my
like,
that's not my
"Fuckers."
competitors. We don't do a circus. We're a bunch of fucking clowns. We don't do a circus. I caught them. We drove to Humble and saw that about 3 or 4 years ago. It was amazing. So entertaining. Worth
bet.
every fucking penny.
Hell yeah.
So it's like Circus Soleil, but for Gothic people.
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought Cirque du Soleil was for Gothic people.
Maybe it's just a darker version.
Cirque du Soleil is for Gothic rich people.
Oh,
The Cirque du Paranormal is for like the motherfuckers that can barely pay rent.
I see.
see,
sir.
I
He's
haven't.
like show up in a field type shit, right? That was happening. Like, is that
He's
what's
like,
happening?
no,
Like,
no,
I
these
don't know.
Now that I'm doing,
I live in the hoods. I'm like a white
I mean,
girl
the
that
first
lives
time
in
I
the
ever
hoods,
saw
so
them,
I'm
I
trying
was
to, like,
working for a
figure that out
company.
real quick.
The first time I saw them, I was working for a company and I was driving to Beaumont back and forth like
Yeah.
2 or 3 times a week. And I saw them set up over at Ford, whatever the fuck that place is.
Ford
And-
Arena.
Yeah, that one.
Is that it?
And they're out in the fucking parking lot. And I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
and
that's what I
I
thought.
went online, checked them out. And this place, whenever we went to Humble,
My oldest.
it was in
Kill for that
a
shit.
field.
Yeah.
It had rained. Everybody come walking around with muddy feet.
Back into Houston this week.
But it was fun. Me and my 2 kids had a blast.
You've never seen
Yeah.
Zero?
Sounds like it. My plan is like
I
what
never have
since I'm
either,
doing
so I'm
what
taking
I
him
want to
to the Zero
do
show
with
at
this
South by Saturday. I was
band.
like, "Bitch,
I
we're
want to
driving."
play places that they don't do. Like I want to
got a
branch
DVD for
out.
the
Like
night.
like Houston is big for like comic book conventions, nerd conventions, and I've talked to some of the promoters, and I want to start doing shows at these conventions, and that's kind of what the model I'm kind of.
You think Houston's sleeping on festivals?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Houston's kind of sleeping on the whole festival. We don't have any.
They tried.
No, we don't have any.
They
What
tried.
music festivals
They-
do we
they
really kind
tried 2 different times. So I think it was about 10 or so years ago. There was the metal festival they tried twice.
Was it the one in June that was like,
that
started
got
getting rained out and
both
shit? Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Back to back, both years. And
At
then,
the old Astroworld.
yes. Right
Oh, that was a thing.
But then, yeah, but then there
Was
was
it like
also
Bio Music Festival or some shit like
there was
that?
also the 3-day festival they were doing right there on the backside of downtown near Allen Parkway. I know Killing Joke played there one year, and they had a bunch of it was a bunch of different lineups.
So almost where the 4th of July shit is, right there on Allen Parkway. Okay.
Exactly. But it was around the same time. And yeah, I think they've slept on it. But also, like you said, our weather is so unpredictable.
Because it was always during like June, July. Who the
Who the
fuck
hell
wants
wants
to be outside?
Yeah, I mean, it's between May and September, it's miserable as F out here. Why? Why would you do it? So, and the touring acts don't want to come in. They're not going to come in October because the shed dollar is in the summer. When they're hitting all the sheds like Cynthia Woodlands,
Yeah.
they're doing those through the summer. That's when they make their dollars. So I don't know. I think they're sleeping on it, but at the same time, I don't know if we.
How you could do it? Like,
I don't know if we have the logistics to do it down here. I think maybe a Dallas could possibly do something like that.
Well, and obviously Austin has like South by
Well, they got
Southwest and that whole thing. Yeah,
They got
ACL.
ACL, but I mean, look at the average person down here. How many people do you know that actually go to ACL?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know anybody that goes.
I graduated from school outside of Austin. I've never
Did you
been.
really?
Yeah. I'm not from Houston, so Leander High School. So I lived there when they didn't have toll roads still.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
When you could smoke in bars and actually drive, cruise down 6th Street. I'm in high school, and that's like we're lying to our parents and like hanging out on 6th Street. And then they did that whole smoking ban, and I'm like, so you literally have to be standing in the middle of the street to smoke a cigarette? The
Yeah.
fuck? Like,
What was your go-to bar on 6th Street? What would you like?
it's actually, I don't even know if it's still there. It wasn't really a bar. It was more of a restaurant. The Iron Cactus, because it was
Okay.
2 stories.
I like that name.
This is why now if I
Cactus.
smell tequila, I'm like, I'm going to get sick. Because they had like every variation of tequila you could think of.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's where I celebrated literally, if I smell it, it's like I can't even. I'm like,
I feel the same way about Jaeger. I understand.
oh, see.
Ugh.
I can do.
I've had
Jaeger.
many
out
nights
the
with
bottle,
Jaeger.
If I literally
Many,
smell
many
tequila,
nights.
I will throw up. In Maker's Mark. Oh. Oh, Maker's Mark and tequila is like a no go.
Did you ever go to Elysium?
I did.
That was where we always played in Austin. That was like our home away from home.
And we think, I think that the Houston music scene is struggling, right? But then I've had the privilege of interviewing some bands from other cities. And Austin is like also hard.
It's limping hard.
It's
They're-
hard.
they're
That's why
not doing well.
they're doing all these DIY crazy things. San Antonio, I interviewed this band. They're called Stifler.
Okay, yeah,
like
I know
like
they are.
like Stifler's mom.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
But they're super cool. They did this little mini Texas tour. I found them on TikTok. They were on the podcast literally like 3 p.m. in the afternoon before they had to be at Black Magic for like load in at 5.
Nice.
Shout out to them. They're very cool. And they even said, and towards the end of the podcast, you can watch it. One of the members like gets in the camera and he's like, "All of you guys want a music scene and whoop you up, then come to shows." And he was like, if you have bands that want to travel, bring them. And he was like, but people aren't coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so it's the same thing here.
But it's the problem with choice. Not only are you fighting, there are so many venues now down here, which we didn't have before.
No.
Especially in the Loop. How many can you count? We said it earlier.
A bunch of these little DIY ones have just popped up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like,
There's
I
tons
didn't
of
even know they
places.
existed until I started this podcast a year ago.
In the 610 area alone, I'd say you could easily count 8 to 10 on one count. But then think about it. Then we're spread out all over, from Galveston to Huntsville.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's like, then you're also fighting technology. You're fighting VOD, Am I going to leave the house? No, I'm going to watch Superman, Me and the dog are going to sit there and watch Superman, and then we're going to watch 28 years later,
Well, and sporting events affect
100%.
the rodeo is going to
Rodeo
drastically
kills February.
Yeah.
This game,
I got to vend with my candles at a market across from the original Neat Fuzz.
Okay.
Not this rodeo season, but last. And I was sick. So I left her and Jesus to run my booth. And I'm sitting in the car, and I was so sick. And I'm facing the original Neat Fuzz. And there's nobody there. And it was opening day of the rodeo. And I just see the staff, they're all just hanging out. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, the rodeo really does. And I think that was the year that they broke records, you know what I mean? With 100,000 people at the barbecue cook-off and just all these. And I'm like, holy shit.
I don't book during the
I
rodeo.
don't want to do anything, sorry, Thomas, during their rodeo
we
season.
had nights
I don't
during
wanna book any shows
the
during
2 or
rodeo.
3 World Series
And he
runs
works
for the Astros.
rodeo, so he knows what it's like.
Because I run a haunted house, and it would just dead. You see these motherfuckers walking around with their portable TVs.
Yeah.
My Saturdays revolve around football, so that's fine.
To this day, I've lived in the Houston area for dang near 11 years. I haven't been to the rodeo once.
I've been twice. I was super lucky. I got to check off Reba from my bucket list.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
I've
I've seen
seen her too. She's
Aerosmith and
awesome.
some people, and I'm like, when I saw she was playing at the rodeo opening day, I posted. I was like, okay, so who's got the hookup on the black market? Because I can donate an organ right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are we doing?
Oh, yeah.
And then it was literally opening day. I paid more in fees to process the fucking ticket.
Wow.
Yeah.
I paid $10. The ticket was $10 at 3 p.m. through Ticketmaster of all places.
Yeah.
After fees, I think it was $22. The fees were more than the fucking ticket. I'm calling my dad, and I'm like, "You're never gonna believe." And he's like, "So which organ did you sell?" And he was like, "Are you okay?"
Exactly.
He was like, "What did you do?" He was like,
Just
"God."
part of my liver,
He
I'm
was like,
fine.
"What did you do?" And I sent him the receipt, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't even know, dude." Check.
Yeah. And again, it comes to choice. Can you, the bands are talking about they're getting people out of shows, and the people are saying, well, I can go to a show or I can eat next week.
Yeah.
I sympathize with that. Having raised 2 kids on my own, I completely understand,
Totally get that. Yeah.
So it is a choice. At the same time, going back to the very, very beginning, what we talked about, we don't have a centralized 6th Street or Deep Ellum. We don't have anything like that. We're spread out all over the place. You're concentrating a lot down at Scout, which you and I both.
It's interesting. That's where I book shows. Everyone that's been on my podcast, I would say 90% of them have been Northside bands.
Yeah, but we look at Scout because that's in our neck of the woods.
Yep.
As almost a different city.
Yeah.
You don't look at it as that. We don't think of it, even though it is Houston.
It's 20 minutes from us in Lamarck, Texas City.
Exactly.
It's 25, 30 minutes from Alvin.
Yeah, and then it's still 20 minutes from downtown.
For-
And then from the north side, it's
38
From
minutes
where
from
we
my house,
practice
'cause
at
I
our
live on the
guitar
east side.
player's
Yeah.
Jimmy's
To go to
house,
Scout.
it's 5 minutes.
so we look at that as almost you could play Scout. I was talking to my band about this. You could play Scout and almost not even say you're playing Houston. You're playing a different town.
Yeah. Channel View, I think that's what it comes up on TikTok.
Yeah, well, everything on TikTok comes up as channel view. TikTok is fucked right now.
That's why I don't have a TikTok.
That's all right.
Okay, so let's do shout outs. Let's do shout outs here. Let's do shout outs.
Yeah, let's do shout outs.
I gotta hear it.
You got any shout outs?
Well, first of all, shout out to y'all for having us.
No, stop.
No.
Thank you very much. Like,
We appreciate it.
Like, it is so much fun to have you come out and do this.
It has been a really good, really real treat.
He's so serious.
Shout out to y'all for coming out.
Shout out to Jimmy, to Rick, to Chris. Shout out to my wife Erica, my daughter Eliana. Everybody who supported me through music. Terry Bonin, I know you're listening to this. You coon ass motherfucker. Shout out to you. Yeah.
Awesome. Shout out to my bandmates, Babu, Santiago, Big Papa, Jacob Cruz. Shout out to my mom and dad. I know they're probably watching or will watch. Shout out to my little sister. Have a moist day. Shout out to my daughter, Violet, and shout out to my son and my dog, who's probably watching as well. And thanks everybody for tuning in. And thanks City of Houston for supporting a great podcast.
Yep.
Yay.
So look at this camera.
Look at a camera
And shout out to
wave.
Cake Flavors.